Guys, we're here. We found the Jiu-Jitsu school in Grand Cayman, Georgetown, and it's here on this warehouse complex, very close from the airport, right?
Yeah, just like a 1 mile, 2 miles from the airport.
And so we're gonna check it out, see what they have going on inside this warehouse. Well, one place, the place is right here. Senso BJJ Muay Thai. Just like you, Charles. You got BJJ Muay Thai in your school?
Yes.
Well, hey guys, I'm here with Andrew and Sammy, you know, at the Grand Cayman, the gym here, Senso Martial Arts, MMA, Muay Thai, and we just watched Sammy training today. You did a very good job, and Andrew here did that. You also train. So Andrew, talk about what brought you here to this gym and the benefits of Jiu-Jitsu for little kids, in your opinion.
In my opinion, it's very good to start with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Judo for the self-defense, their gymnastics, and they give them the knowledge for the rest of their life. Once the kids become the trainer and the professional BJJ athletes, they have the knowledge for the rest of their lives, and nobody can take it from them. They can protect themselves, although they can protect their friends, their families, anyone. It gives them the stamina and the athleticism that they needed.
Very nice. Sammy, how old are you?
5.
Do you have fun doing Jiu-Jitsu? Do you like it?
Yes.
What is your favorite Jiu-Jitsu move?
Choking.
Do you like the choke? You like tap, tap, tap moves? Yeah? All right. Good job today. Andrew, one more thing. We learned that you're a firefighter here in the island, and in America, a lot of law enforcement officers and first responders train. What do you think about other firefighters in the country? Do you think they should try a class? So how can you urge law enforcement officers and firefighters in Grand Cayman to come here and learn Jiu-Jitsu?
For me personally, it is you find your friends, you have the camaraderie, you do your workout for the day, so you sweat what you need to sweat, and you become active. And this one is like a second family because people have your back. And if something happens, they will help you at any time. And also, you never know, you can go to the scene and there can be somebody who is under the drug addiction or can be drunk and attack you. There is nobody who will protect you, especially here on the Cayman Islands because the police doesn't have the guns. So that's the only way how to protect yourself and your coworkers.
Very nice. So thank you so much for your time today,
Thank
Sammy.
you.
Good job. I hope you make the black belt. Huh? Are you going to be a black belt someday? Fist bump. Good job, Andrew. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Hey guys, we're here at Senso MMA and Muay Thai with Professor Call. He welcomed us here today. His amazing facility here. We just watched the kids' class. First of all, congratulations, because I am a youth coach as well, and I am so proud when I see black belts like you putting hands on and teaching the kids class yourself, because more and more, and I know everybody has to start somewhere. We have blue belts teaching, purple belts teaching, but I think the higher level guys should still contribute to the growth of jiu-jitsu by putting their hands on kids. And seeing you doing here in this country, it's amazing. It makes us so happy to see jiu-jitsu growing. So how do you feel about teaching kids? I can see that you love what you do here with them, Carl. How did you start with this idea to work with children here?
It's challenging and it's rewarding at the same time, right? Because you see kids who, maybe struggle with self-confidence, or kids that struggle with coordination, that are not athletic, and jiu-jitsu kind of caters to all of that. So it's definitely rewarding to see these kids, like these two here when they first started. They come in, they don't know anything, they don't want to be in class. And it's like a confidence thing. They're a little bit scared, and then 2-3 weeks later they love it, right? And then the parents tell me, oh, he wants to train more. So in that respect, it's rewarding. We just took our first 2 kids to competition as well on the weekend, and I told them that's a big thing coming from Cayman, small island. These other kids, they're training and they're out competing every weekend, and you guys have stepped up and come and fought these kids. So yeah, it's there's challenges, but it's a very rewarding job. I started actually teaching kids at another gym. Um, there was no gi program, so I started teaching small groups privately in the gi, and then we moved across because we wanted a gi program, right? I started in the gi, and I started as a child in traditional martial arts, wearing a gi, having rules, having a uniform, wearing a belt. So that's where we're at now. Yeah.
Talk about how did you start training BJJ, and how did you end up in Grand Cayman? Tell us.
So I did traditional like taekwondo when I was a child. Then as a teenager, I went away from it, as you do, and I got in a little bit of trouble when I was in my early 20s, and one of the guys that I went to school with had an MMA gym, fought professionally. So I went over, I did my first MMA class, got beaten up. I was like, I'm never coming back, and I did. Then I started doing jiu-jitsu, and I loved it. I started doing Muay Thai, and I loved it. Started competing in jiu-jitsu, and the rest is history. But I went there because I got in trouble.
I see you have a lot of medals on your walls, a lot of tournaments. You compete a lot. How you achieve your level of jiu-jitsu living an island?
It's not been easy, but we've got a really good group of guys here, like a very high level group. So they've come from all over the world, right? So in the UK, we would train with people generally from that area. We've been really lucky because we've got guys coming from Canada. We've got a guy that trains, and he started in Canada in the same gym as Rory McDonald. We've got black belts have come from Europe. We've got a black belt from. We've got 8. We've got 7 or 8 black belts now. So we've got a very good, like, intense group now. More guys are starting to go to competition. So we kind of build each other up, and then we've got friendships with people overseas. So we can go and train in Miami whenever we want. And obviously, when we travel, we try and train everywhere. But the other thing that Cayman brings in, because it's a tourist destination, we get a lot of like high-level black belts come down, and they want to contribute and teach. So we just had a grappling getaways camp come down, and we had second-degree black belts, first-degree black belts, competitive black belts, all on the mat at the same time, teaching, and we get to learn from that. And this, this could happen 4, 5, 6, 7 times a year. We get people come down, 4th degree, 3rd degree, 2nd degree. They've been on the mat for years and they're teaching us stuff. So we get exposure to a lot of different people, which is great. That I think if we were in a mainland place, it wouldn't happen so often. But because we live in paradise.
As your competitor, and you're going to have this whole generation coming after you
Yeah.
as a role model, and the kids and adults, they will also want to compete. So what's the current scene of competition, grappling competition here in the Caribbean? Like, you still have to fly, I'm sure, but is there any major things happening, and more importantly, regularly or not yet?
Not in the Caribbean. So there's a guy called Don Whitfield from Barbados, and he started doing one in Barbados once or twice a year, which is great. It's difficult now for us to fly to Barbados. So we had a direct flight and they took it away. So now we've got to go through the States. So it really doesn't make that much sense to fly to the States and then fly to Barbados, which is sad because we'd like to support it. So we fly to Miami, we fly to Atlanta, we fly like the direct flights. And the guys in Jamaica, we're pretty good friends with. They just had their first competition over there in March, so it's getting there. It's going to be difficult for us to hold one here because accommodation and flights are so expensive. People are not, they're not going to fly from the mainland US to come to the Caribbean and pay $800 a night in a hotel. So I think we're always going to have that situation where we have to go to the US. But other countries like Barbados and Jamaica doing it is great.
Let's hope the IBJJF comes to the Caribbean and do once a year at least somewhere, right? Because the sport is growing exponential numbers, so why not? As a huge tourist area, attracts people from all over the world. Is the gym open for tourists? Open mats? Like, you have a walking fee? How does it work if people want to
We
come?
don't charge. So if someone comes to the island, we just want them to be able to train, and it's good for us and it's good for our students. It's you know charging them $30. It's more advantageous for us, for my students, to have exposure to people from the outside world, right, and to test themselves, um, learn things from different people, than it is to make that quick $20 from a tourist, $30 from a tourist. So no, we don't charge, but we do welcome anyone to come in, and we get tons of people every year come through. Um, and now we've got merch in some random places.
Yeah.
Guys in rash guards, t-shirts. It's pretty wild.
With the cruise ship schedule, are
Yeah.
people able to? You tell me if it's true that I heard that in Grand Cayman, cruise ships cannot stay overnight. Is it true?
No, so they come in the morning and they leave in the afternoon because we don't have the berth in, which is a whole argument going on at the moment. Um, but we've had a handful of people come from the cruise ships, but generally people on cruise ships are with family. So when they come, they want to go to Stingray City or they want to go diving. We actually, Don from Barbados came on a cruise ship and came and trained with us. But he got on that cruise ship just to go around as many of the Caribbean countries as possible to see the gyms and to train, which is brilliant. And he's got a website, the Caribbean BJJ Association, and he lists all the schools in the Caribbean, so you can see them all online.
You compete all the time. You have a sponsor.
Well, so Invenio Global, they sponsored all the kit and they help the guys out. They help some of the students out that can't pay their fees. So yes, in short, yes. To be honest, last weekend is the first time I've been to a competition in 2 years, because I was doing my permanent residency application for the island, which is accepted, so I'm allowed to stay here forever now. And building the gym, obviously. So we only opened this gym in August 2024, August 1st, and we're almost at 200 students, which is it's crazy.
Carl, what was you, like Charles said, your I see Naga, I see IBJJF tournaments, grappling industries maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your major competition achievement so far?
But now is the first time I've done adults, and I'm doing it again on the weekend. So actually on Sunday, if he stays there, Lucas Lira is in my category for IBJJF Miami, which is, it's going to be fun because the guy, I've watched his videos for a long time, and he's a young guy, right? And he's got a fun game. Like, he doesn't really stall. He's doing cartwheels, like, So if he stays there, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, hopefully this year I can do some more of the bigger tournaments. One or two of those are students' medals. as well, probably more than that. And I've got some in the UK as well they're heavy, right? So you don't want to keep throwing them in your bag. Yeah, I'll just keep trying to go. IBJJF is better now that they allow heel hooks. The grappling industry's competitions are fun and they're well run. And AJP, I'd like to do more of the AJP stuff. They're running good tournaments now. So yeah.
Very nice. Leading by example, you're showing your students how it is done. Good job, and we're gonna keep following you. Hopefully, come back someday. And congratulations and good luck. And keep us posted. If you're going to Florida, Sarasota area, you're welcome to visit us and your students there too. And it was nice meeting you. Thank you so much again.
Thank you guys for coming.
Hey, thank you.
Carl Oos. All right, Charles, this is the end of the trip. 4 days in Cayman Islands. So what can we tell everybody about the Jiu-Jitsu level here in the island?
I love it. Those guys are solid. The instructor is solid, and the students are solid. I was not expecting to see how tough those guys are. The kids' programs are incredible. The adults did a great job training. We watched them yesterday, and the kids yesterday, and I'm impressed.
I am very impressed with the fact that Carl, the instructor, and he's leading students into competing, which means they have to do a huge sacrifice to leave the island to fly, obviously, to the United States. He just competed last weekend, and now the 1 weekend after, he's already going again. He's going to do the IBJJF Miami Open Sunday. Talk about sacrifice, huh? What the guy is doing to bring quality jiu-jitsu to his home country.
Yes, we had talked to him, and he said the way he trains, he gets tough because, as you see, we have like all those cruise ships coming, and a lot of tough fighters come to the island. So they come to the island, they go straight to his school, and he trains with top fighters who comes to the island through the ship. Okay.
And just yesterday there, we saw 5 black belts, and they all came from several countries, from the UK, from Canada, from the United States. They're living here. So it's a nice cross-training benefit that they have. Different than having one single instructor teaching. It's working very well for them.
Many styles. Some guys are just guard pullers, some have good takedowns, some love leg locks. They have everything he needs to train over here.
Very nice. How about Cayman Islands, huh? How about the water, snorkeling, the beach, the food, the drinks?
You can see the water behind us here. It's incredible. It's very clean. We have the ship cruise right behind us.
Everybody in the island very friendly, very safe. It's the safest island in the Caribbean.
And if you come on a budget, you find a way to stay here. Okay, it's friendly. Just come here. You don't have to expend much money to be in this island. Just make a nice project and you'll be fine.
Yeah, thanks to Airbnb, you can find much better deals. Otherwise, hotels rates here like north of $500 a night, and we got a very low cost Airbnb and 5 minutes drive from the beach, 10 minutes from Georgetown.
And if you're a tourist, you just come here for a day or two, maybe you can get some free training too. And so bring your no-gi and your gi on your luggage.
You'll find both for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, we are off now and we are going to another country. We're not going to tell you which one yet. So follow us, subscribe, and we'll see you there.
See ya.